Hi, everybody. While I have the information fresh in my head, I actually decided to do the review for Brigadoon right now instead of waiting until the 5th after I see Spamalot. Um, so yesterday we went to Manchester Community Theatre Players to see our friends Sonia, Laura, Amanda, and Sean, and our other Manchester Community Theatre Players friends in Brigadoon. So I was actually excited to see this show again because I hadn't seen it for several years. The last time I saw it at Sauhegan High School. I can't remember if Sauhegan High School Theater did it or if Amherst PTA did it. So if you were in that show in the 90s, remind me if it was Sauhegan or Amherst PTA. The thing that intrigued me the most about seeing this again was the fact that when I was younger, I had trouble getting into it, and I don't know because if the reason was because I had not been familiarized with old time musicals as much, but after seeing other musicals in the time period that this musical was originally set in, or from the time period, like this is a classic musical that came out in like the 1940s and 1950s, so like around the same time that Oklahoma, My Fair Lady, South Pacific, musicals like that came out. Brigadoon is set in like an imaginary place in the Scottish Highlands, and it's a love story that focuses on a traveler named Tommy and a local girl named Fiona. Fiona was played by Nen Horan, who I must say, she has a fabulous voice. I've seen her in other shows at MCTP in the past, and she stood out to me in this show because I just thought her voice was so pretty. Other standout characters were Tommy Albright, who was played by Eric Schaefer, who also previously played Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. Laurie Coyle, who was in Alice in Wonderland with me a couple of years ago. She played Meg. Charlie Dalrymple was played by Connor Lucci, who, I don't know if I've ever seen him in any other thing by Manchester Community Theatre Players before, and if this was indeed his first show with them, which I think it was. He did really good in his first role in an MCTP show. I was very impressed with him. And Jean McLaren was good. Becca. So one of my favorite songs from this musical is called It's Almost Like Being in Love, which is a duet between Fiona and Tommy. I first heard this song before seeing Brigadoon because I used to have a CD a long time ago that was a bunch of it was like a compilation CD of songs from all different musicals from throughout the different time periods. And this was one song I would play over and over again just because I loved the romance behind the song. Other favorite songs included Come to Me, Bend to Me, The Heather on the Hill, There But For You Go I, From This Day, and also Waiting for My Dearie. So I just wanted to congratulate everybody I know who was in the cast of Brigadoon on a fantastic show, and I am looking forward to seeing whatever is next for them in their lineup, which I think they're coming with a new show soon. They mentioned it. It's called Herschel and the Hanukkah Goblins on streaming. And also for Christmas, they're doing Mrs. Scrooge. but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get down to see that one. So stay tuned for my next theater review, which will be about Spamalot at Kennebunk High School, and have a good week.